Hello, dear audience and coordinators of the conference. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our paper in the conference. My name is Saeidi, the second author of the present paper. Title of the paper I am going to present is How does corporate social responsibility contribute to industry's green product and process innovation? The mediating role of sustainable development. This is a joint work between Universidad Indoamerica and Universidad UTE located in Quito, Ecuador, and University Technology Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. Let's start my presentation with giving a brief review of the main points of this work. There is a growing body of literature that recognize the importance of corporate social responsibility, innovation, and sustainable development. But very few studies try to make a connection between these three variables in industry section. Therefore, the question which is going to be answered in this study is, does corporate social responsibility contribute to innovation through sustainable development as a mediator? This study has a comprehensive view to sustainable development by considering all three components, namely environmentally, economic, and social sustainable development. Accordingly, the main objective of this study is defined as examining mediating effect of each component of sustainable development in between CSR and innovation. Data were collected from 217 manufacturing companies located in Iran during June until October 2020. AMOS structural equation modeling method was applied to analyze data. The approach of Baron and Kenny was used to test the mediating effect. The final results show that CSR and process innovation is fully mediated by environmentally sustainable development, while it is partially mediated by economic and social sustainable development. On the other hand, corporate social responsibility and product innovation is fully mediated by social sustainable development and partially mediated by environmentally and economic sustainable development. The results show that customers' expectation and financial issue have highest and lowest motivational factor in implementing corporate social responsibility among Iranian manufacturing companies. Okay, now let me go a little in details about what are corporate social responsibility, innovation, and sustainable development. Corporate social responsibility is a management concept whereby companies integrate social and environmental concerns in their business operations and interaction with their stakeholders. Following increases the pressure from customers to implement environmentally care strategies by firms, companies started to applying different environmental strategies. Therefore, it could be concluded that CSR leads to competitive advantage and higher economic profits for firms. This is because it's something that customers and society are demanding from firms. The second studied variable in this study is innovation. Innovation is defined as the development and implementation of new ideas. Some scholars claim that innovation and CSR are foundation of business competences. This is because CSR has a positive effect on innovation and vice versa, innovation on CSR, and both have positive effect on firms' performance. Accordingly, both CSR and innovation should be integrated together to improve business performance. In a recent study done in 2020, it was claimed that different types of innovation and different dimensions of CSR are giving different results. In this regard, some scholars have suggested in examining CSR innovation relationship with considering all aspects of CSR, not only environmental aspects of that. Accordingly, this study considers all four aspects of corporate social responsibility as well as both process and product innovation. Therefore, we have two hypotheses as product innovation is influencing positively by CSR. Process innovation is influencing positively by CSR. On the other hand, since CSR is providing firms with long-term benefits, it could be concluded that sustainable development could be an outcome of CSR. However, there is still some debates on CSR sustainable development relationship. Accordingly, the effects of all three aspects of sustainable development will be examined in this study as below. Environmentally sustainable development is influencing positively by CSR. Economic sustainable development is influencing positively by CSR. And social sustainable development is influencing positively by CSR. After reviewing the literature on CSR innovation and sustainable development, one question is still remains that what is the role of sustainable development as mediator between CSR and innovation? Therefore, final hypothesis comes as follows. Relationship between CSR and innovation is mediated by environmentally sustainable development, by economic sustainable development, and by social sustainable development. As I explained in the summary, data was collected in manufacturing firms located in Iran, and Amos SEM method was applied to analyze data. Here we have the framework of the studies: environmental SD, economic SD, and social SD in between, CSR and product innovation as well as process innovation. For testing mediating effect in this study, we are following Baron and Kenny approach. According to this approach, as the first step, direct effect of independent variable on dependent variable should be tested. And the results show that there is positive and significant effect of CSR on both product and process innovations. Therefore, first condition is met, as well as supporting hypothesis 1 and 2. As the second step, there should be significant effect between independent variable and mediating variables. As we can see, results show positive and significant effect of CSR on all three aspects of sustainable development. Therefore, the second condition also is met, as well as supporting hypothesis 3, 4, and 5. In the third step, the effect of mediating variables on dependent variables should be examined. The results show positive effect of sustainable development dimensions on both process and product innovation. Accordingly, we are ready to go for the last stage of the analyzing data, which is testing indirect effect of independent variable on dependent variable after entering all mediating variables. The results are interesting as corporate social responsibility and process innovation is fully mediated by environmentally sustainable development and partially mediated by economic and social sustainable development. However, CSR product innovation is fully mediated by social sustainable development and economic sustainable development and environmental sustainable development act as partial mediators between CSR and product innovation. At the final part of analyzing, it was found that two motivational factors of customers' expectations and financial issue have highest and lowest rate in between manufacturing firms in Iran for implementing corporate social responsibility. The results helped Iranian managers to know their status in implementing corporate social responsibility and sustainable development. The positive results encouraged them to integrate CSR in their strategies to have higher level of innovation and sustainable development. I really appreciate your kind attention to my presentation. I hope everything was clear. I wish you all a very good time. Best regards.